Mecca, Medina, Iran, all Saudi Caliphate and sympathy in my hand right here. See it? This is an active model. Alright, this candle for Iran is a little bit worn out. I've been burning it so much. They smell good to me too. Now you see what this is? This is a representation of Iran, Mecca, Medina, and the bridge, whoever is supporting the Saudi Caliphate on behalf of Qatar and all those Arab nations. I suggest we all find our heart, mind, body, and soul, whatever spiritual powers you might believe in, or not, and really understand the concept of the American Muslim Defense League and the mayors imposed and all this Sharia in public school systems. Now here's what we're going to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about the death of Muslims, and we're going to talk about going to Facebook posts, and we're going to talk about going directly to Anjem Chaudhry's in the UK's Facebook account. We're going to talk about everybody's Facebook. Now we're going to storm you. We're going to storm your senses. We're going to take you seriously. We're going to ask you to take a serious look at our faces. See us Muslims, American Muslims, European Muslims, Middle Eastern Muslims. See it? See my bones? You want my ID? You can have whatever you need, but you can't take our decision from us that we're going to kill you now. We threaten to kill you on sight if we decide to, based on your hostile tweets, your hostile depiction of threatening us further, as we find you absolutely blatantly insane with over-aggression and sincere contempt for the people that you're living around, who are breathing right next to you, and who will stab you, beat you, burn you, rape you, cut your children in half, rape your wives, feed your wives' tits on a plate to you. We're coming. We're going to piss in your fucking food. We're going to make sure you never fucking have a spot to breathe in anymore. Some of us have committed ourselves to a death oath rather than fucking look at you and be afraid of you and be told by some fucking Muslim shrink or a fucking son of a bitch cocksucker sympathizer that you can be employed over us and tell us that we have a fucking social problem now, or a mental health perception that you don't agree with because we're kafir. Now we're going to kill you. We're going to kill you psychically. We're going to kill you spiritually. And then if need be, God forbid, we're going to take your fucking blood and we're going to ruin you. This is an oath. See this candle? This is a blood oath. On my heart, I swear in my faith as a man to defend my son remotely, who is in risk from your fucking perceptions of bias and racial tension, that you've got the blacks aligned with you and all the fucking immigrants who don't understand two sentences, who hate on sight any Caucasian or natural born citizen of the United States, Commonwealth, and alliances, let alone the world population of anybody non-compliant to your fucking agendas now. American Muslims, Muslim Defense League on Facebook, you made my morning. I didn't know what I was going to feel, how I was going to, search myself and focus on the what's most important today. Well, I found you. Now I've got your administration names on my account. I messaged your mayor, who's linked to your comments, that you won't allow comments on your page, but you can go ahead and blatantly threaten us with your depictions and statements. Well, if Facebook wants us to have it on, then that means the CIA needs you to be on. So I linked myself to like your pages, to share you as your enemy, as your face-to-face opponent. And all my personal life is open to you. We're not friends, and one thing's for certain: I'm frostier than a fucking snowman right now. I'm telling you right now, I want you to understand that we have no fear about you. We haven't got any reason to know you or consider you breathing anymore. I want you to know that. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm a sick man falling. But I'm not stupid, and I'm not insane, and I'm justifiable for my statements. You should see what's being said, and who has your GPS, and who has your IP address, and who has your Facebook link. Known to you or unknown to you, with Facebook security, I suggest everybody on Facebook, for example, must take a serious look at Facebook security. You have to block Facebook security. Some of the names, they're not even who they say they are. They are untrained professionals on your codes, your codex, on your Hotmail, HTML codes. You must understand that you're being ghosted, you're being lifted, and you're being surprised, and you don't even know it. This is a security risk of high alert status that nobody talks about. Only the intelligent people who might have a concept that the DHS are hiring a Muslim imam, whatever the fuck they call themselves, and they're influencing the employer or the employee who's sitting there in their fucking dream with your personal life in their hands. This is an international crisis. There is no turning back. It is a blood oath. We must make a stand. Nobody has to come out shooting at cops and all this shit. I'm going to tell you one thing. In America, there's an insanity going on right now that the blacks are overreacting to police brutality. Well, if you start fucking around with the official capacity, you lost. There's nothing to say about it. Now, as far as us being racist, I'm not for abusive cops. I've publicly stated we should be hurting cops that are making mistakes on the spot before we allow a life or limb to be threatened or taken out of due process or ethical, concern. But nobody goes after the badge. If you come after the badge, you're an aggressor, and you're willing. I'm telling you right now. That's how I want you to know. I'm not a kiss ass. I'm a government-minded man. I'm at least a true blue man. I've always been one too. I don't give a shit what kind of fag you thought I was or whatever. I've always been treated like a punk. But the long story short is, you support the line, and I'm going to make that line a distinction right here, because the NDAA and Obama and all you niggers and fucking Holder, Congress, all you fuckers, I had nothing but contempt for you. If I could strangle you, I'd strangle you. If I could shoot you, I'd shoot you. I wouldn't want to stab you because it's messy. But you don't belong in office, and every day you're breathing above ground in that capacity of official post, illegally or unethically or unsoundly, is a threat to our lives. Daily occurrence now, and escalating. You've put people in our attention unawares that have direct contact or information about us that is intimate, and you're a security risk. So be advised, this is the shot not heard yet around the world. It's just a candle being lit from a guy who woke up. And again, earlier this morning, I waited a while before I touched the computer, and then I waited a while before I took on my Facebook account to see what the developments were. Now, here's my hand. It's the right hand. I'm not Luciferian. You understand the left hand, the right hand? Alright? One day, this is going to be a mistake that we forgot, and we went on to better things. But today, it's an alert status. There's my third eye. There it is. See, by the light of Christ, natural law, I have a third eye. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Triune, triumphant. Death to Islam. Deny all who support them. There can be no other way. These people are out to hurt us, destroy our lives, challenge our children to take us off our own existence in the plane of social interaction, reception, and concern, which we used to call in simple days peace and love and understanding. There is none anymore. All bets are off. We are living with the enemy. There is no such thing as allowing cancer to develop without aggressively attempting to modify your behavior before you allow yourself to succumb to a terminal degenerative condition. And that's what's going on culturally, socially, spiritually, intellectually, mentally, and physically now with these fucking animals. Anybody sympathetic, like an Al Sharpton, all these people say, oh, after all, Muslims are victims of terrorists all over the world, and he's got unpaid taxes, and he's a nigger. You fucking nigger. I want you dead too, you motherfuckers. I want you dead. And I want the police to fucking do it for me. You're a bunch of fucking cowards. One day this is going to be a fucking memory, and we're going to have better things to remember. Right now we're in a high risk posture. We don't need any more of your dissent, derision, and division. This is all bullshit. I'm speaking out of my heart as an American citizen with the contemporary effect and incident of today's date. It's approximately 8:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. Today's date is January 9. It's a Friday. If I had a job, I would have thanked God, but instead I have to say, thank God I broke a sweat, caught a little rest, and I have to wake up again with my challenge of blood pressure, an incident report, and status updates, while my son's at risk, out of state with me. And I'm relying on the benefit of right judgment, no matter who's viewing me and judging my social perception, to give my son a chance to return to me as he's asked to, and he's being denied access. Please give us consideration and protect my son. President Vladimir Putin, God bless you. President Benjamin Netanyahu, God bless you. Mr. Geert Wilders, you're not good enough to fucking make a difference. All you're doing is begging people in a suit, and you need to start walking off that suit and recognizing this is bigger than you, bigger than your parliament, and bigger than propriety. There's too much development around you while you're polite. There's no more time to be polite. We are on Facebook, and we are being threatened directly and indirectly. And this is an international community once you're online. And that means anybody at any time for any reason can just keep passing on information, which I'm trying to do myself. But now it's coming through that we are completely slapped in the face by our own governing officials who are allowing these people to thrive. It's worse than Hitler. These people are worse than Hitler. And they're on a suicide mission, so be advised. Death to Islam, death to the Americans who support Islamic dimitude. And we got to deny everybody that's supporting you. Goodbye. Have a good day. May God give us a breath. Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow.